So some of the people I watch are people that I've met while I'm streaming, because I used to stream.
Right.
Used to.
Used to.
Used to.
I used to do that thing.
I mean, my brother said, my brother said he was going to take over the streaming, but he didn't, and then I did some of the streaming, he did some. We both started college, and that's why the channel has been doing nothing for 2 months.
Mm. Yeah, because you're trying to find, like, your placehold thing. You know, school comes first, and if I can't, if I have to choose, I have to choose school.
Yeah, I need to find a balance.
Exactly.
Finding the balance between your hobbies and what you need to do is pretty hard sometimes.
Yeah, but that's, if you can do it, you have to figure out how in order to just be successful as an adult in general.
Like, I don't think I ever told you the story, but I'm going to.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you. You want to say something?
No.
Okay, well, here's a story I heard, and I was telling my mother this same story today. So, a teacher comes into a room with a jug and a very heavy backpack. He asks his students, "Is the jug full?" The students say no, because it's empty, right? Now, the professor also takes out from his backpack some small rocks. Actually, no, they're pretty big rocks, but he puts them into the jug, and he asks the students again, "Is the jug full?" They say yes. He takes out a bag of little pebbles and he drops them in the jug, and they fall between the cracks of the rocks. And he asks the students again, "Is the jug full?" They say yes. He pulls out a jar of sand. He pours out the sand, and the sand falls between the even smaller cracks between the pebbles and rocks. And he asks the students, "Is the jar full?" They're like, "Yeah, it's full." And then the teacher pulls out bottles of water. And he fills the jug with water. And he tells his students, the point of this was to tell you how much time you really have. The jug represents all the time you have in the day. The rocks represent the things that you need to do to be successful on a consistent basis. The pebbles represent things that you should do and you may like to do. The sand represents... What does the sand represent? Shit. You know, I was telling a really good story, and now I, forgot some of it.
No.
But yeah, his point was, you can always find time between the things you need to do, if you try.
Yeah, that can be the same for people who, are just bad at just timing, their activities in general. I know I have some procrastination issues, and I always find myself on that day where you say, "Oh shoot, I have to do all this homework. I barely have any time to do it." But it's you find yourself in that situation. Nowadays, since I'm more mature, I find myself I don't always do the best planning. I always joke about it. "Oh yeah, I'm just bad at planning," but it really is true. I think back now. And I say, wow, all those times I could have been working on this, I was watching this YouTube video, or I just had to, watch this one TV show. And it's just stuff like that. It's you always think it's the little thing. It's always the little thing.
That's funny, because he also says another thing. He says that if you put the sand, water, and pebbles in before the rocks, then the rocks won't fit. So he's basically saying if you do things that you don't need to do before things you absolutely need to do to be successful, then you won't be able to do those things because you won't have enough time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is a story I got from my Japanese book I'm reading.
Wow. I always like Asian culture in terms of like putting it in books because they make you think. They really do.
They do. They do.
It's like in kind of stuff incorporating what they did, what they do with like, you know, like with your everyday life.
Yeah.
All the lessons that they learn are just stuff that you can apply to what you're living. Maybe you're happening to you right now.
Yeah, here's my thing about that too. There are good teachings from almost every single culture and religion. There are.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, what was that one about loving your neighbor?
Love thy neighbor as thyself.
Yeah, there you go. Wouldn't it be great if people did that?
Wouldn't it be great? Yeah.
It's like, I care about myself, but fuck that guy over there.
Exactly.
Fuck
like,
him.
Exactly. That's another problem I used to have. Like, I would never think about like past what is in front of me. But now I'm to the point where it's like, even if I don't think of it in the moment, I always think back when it's like at nighttime. I don't know why. It's just like I'm like a nighttime thinker where stuff during the day it just like flies right by me, and it seems like I don't even care about it. But it's like at nighttime, I always find myself thinking like, oh wow, that did happen today. You know, what if instead of meaning that, he could have meant something completely different? And I just blew it out of proportion. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know why. It's like if you really do think, it's like not everything is black and white as you know you first make it out to be.
Yeah, it's always good to, like, if something major happened that day, but good or bad, or you handle the situation a certain way. Sometimes it's always a good. It's good to reflect on what you did that day. Like,
Exactly.
Is there a better way you could have handled that? Or something similar?
Exactly. Like sometimes people actually. I remember one time in I think it was sometime in middle school. I had almost gotten into a fight with this other gentleman. I will say gentleman because I still the time to get upset with it. But like at the time, I was short, you know, and he was like tall to me, and like to an adult, he was probably like nothing. But in my eyes, I'm just like this short little kid, and you know, at the time we had almost gotten into a fight, and it was over something ridiculous. I was sitting in his seat. I did not know that it was a seat. I couldn't even comprehend the idea of assigned seat.
How can you
And
own
you know,
seats?
yeah, and then it's like he pushed me out of the seat, and we stared at each other eye to eye, like we were about to fight. And for some reason, like we just like backed off of each other, just like went on our normal day. Sometimes I think back, I'm like, man, oh my gosh, if I was in that situation now, I would have messed him up. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. But then I think back, I'm like, you know what? I'm glad I didn't, because so many things could have went wrong. We could have gotten to a fight. Someone could have got like knocked out. Someone could have gotten truly injured. Because as a kid, sometimes you don't tell yourself to stop. Sometimes all you see is red.
You don't think when you're angry sometimes.
Exactly. Like I could have gotten suspended, even expelled. If I had gotten expelled, that would have put my life in a completely different path than I'm on right now. So it's like now and at the end, it's like I think, man, oh my gosh, I could have taken him right now. But it's like then I think, I'm like, you know what? I'm happy I didn't. So many things could have went wrong that it's not worth it. It truly is not worth it.
Yeah. Out of all of my years in school, I've only fought one person.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if it was. I think it was middle school. It was middle
Right.
school. We were on the bus. We were. It was so stupid. I don't even get how it happened. Like we were both on the bus. We weren't really. We were kind of only. We kind of only knew each other for a couple days. We were kind of friends, and we were
Right.
kind of joking around on the bus, saying, "Fuck your mother," just like just like stupid middle school stuff. And then everybody in the back of the bus was like, "Oh shit, they gonna fight!" And I'm like, oh god. And all of a sudden, we were both real tense, like, oh shit, we have to fight each other. And, and we did. And neither of us wanted to do it. I could tell he didn't want to do it. He was shaking. I didn't want to do it. I was shaking, but I was trying really hard not to hide it. And, I hit him 2 times in the chin.
Right.
And he apparently, his chin apparently hurt for like the entire day when I hit him. And then my friend that was beside me was like, "Oh, I gotta fight him too." I don't even know why. He was like,
Exactly.
it's like, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to fight anyway. You fucking fight him. So I just let my friend fight him, and he didn't want to fight him either. I'm like, why the fuck did you even? Why? Why'd you even go like, I'm gonna fuck him up, and you only hit him like once?
Because people, it's just literally is peer pressure. Like they say, "Oh shoot, my friend is fighting someone. If I don't help him, I'm gonna look like a bad friend and all that stuff. And people are gonna judge me." So at that age, image is so important.
He never threw a single punch, I don't think. The
But
guy I was fighting,
he
he just pushed me a couple times. I don't think he ever threw a single punch.
I had a similar experience to that, actually, where I got really upset with this kid. I threw a few swings at him, and it's like, I think the most he did was kick me. Because I think he didn't want to fight at that time. I was just so upset that I was just like doing whatever. And just, and we kind of just stopped and we stared at each other. Like, I don't know why. In a lot of my fights, they end in a stare down. It always ends in a stare down. And I think the reason why it ends in a stare down is because we finally are able to stop ourselves and we say, wow, did I really just do that? And it's like, at the most everyone else can do is say, oh, dude, what happened?
And we both kind of stopped after me and my friend threw like one or 2 punches, because I literally said out loud, he doesn't want to fight me, I'm leaving. And people called me a pussy, and I'm like, why beat the shit out of someone that doesn't want to fight you? Like, I didn't even want to fight him to begin with. We were just joking around, and all of a sudden, everybody on the bus just got us going. Just made us take a joke, like, more seriously than it was originally intended.
Exactly.
And I walked away, leg shaking a little bit.
Yep.
He went home too, and from that day on, I realized I'm a lover, not a fighter.
I don't know. It's weird, man, because I always look back to like my altercations when I was younger, and at the time, you guys say, "Oh yeah, I did that. I'm a cool guy." But it's like when you get older, you think that you get even stronger and you want to fight even more, but you get mature and you realize you don't have to.
Like, I got so much street cred for that too.
Exactly. We don't live in an environment that we have to do that. It's not like we're in a fight or like survival situation. We don't live in a time period where that's necessary. We have the ability to talk out our differences and move on. Like back then, maybe we couldn't do it, or else we die and all that. But we live in a time where we have the choice of fighting or just walking away, and that's what I really like. I like the fact that we have a choice.
Yeah, we're not Neanderthals. Well,
Like, it's some,
since we're on the topic of fighting people, high school lunchroom Pokemon debacle.
oh yeah, that. That was a fun time.
Yeah, that happened. We didn't talk to each other for like 3 days, or we did this awkward sort of talking to each other by talking through JoJo, but not even
Yeah.
like looking at each other. It was
Mhm.
so weird.
Oh yeah, that was so awkward, man. I'm not gonna lie. That
And
was
then
awkward.
one day I'm just like, I'll apologize.
Yeah, please.
Maybe it'll
I don't
make
know.
things better.
To be honest, that day, like literally that day, I felt weird. Like even like as soon as me leaving that lunchroom, to be honest, because like
You take the lead.
I didn't like I already don't fight that much. It's like I don't know. It was so weird. Like I want to say that night I was thinking. I actually did think about like I told you. I always do my thinking at night. I was actually doing my thing like, did it really have to get to that? Did it really have to?
Yeah, I know. I realize that I shouldn't have done that. But I was just so pissed in the moment because you just kept talking about it
Yeah.
every day, and I already told
Yep.
you that it bugged me, but you kept doing it.
Yep. It's one of those things like once you get in that moment, you kind of just like take that extra step forward. That it's like step by step. It doesn't have to keep going, but it's like, yeah, it didn't really have to happen that way. It really didn't.
No.
It was one of the things like you just have to look at yourself and like really tell yourself. Like I know it's hard to like, tell yourself when you're wrong about something, but you have to really do tell yourself that.
Like, I don't
wow,
know if people did it to you, but a couple of people from our class were like, what the fuck are you guys doing? You're like best friends.
Mhm. Oh,
And
really?
I also heard them say, come on, Josh, accept his apology. And I'm like, look, if he's still mad, I don't expect him to apologize now and not apologize. Accept my apology in front of everyone.
Yeah, I also hate those moments of everyone staring at you during like.
No, I think that's bullshit too, and I think it's bullshit that they were trying to force you to accept my apology. I did back then too.
The thing, I did accept it, but it's like when I'm in those situations where everyone's like looking and it's like already like I already in my head I already accepted it. Like I was just saying, man, if he apologizes, I'm gonna accept it because I really do feel bad about what happened and stuff like that. But it's like the moments like of real awkwardness. I don't even like watching it on TV. Like when I know that there's an awkward moment of apologies and all stuff, it's just so awkward. I truly do feel uncomfortable about it. I truly do.
No, like,
It's just
I literally cried about that, by the way.
Really?
I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna lose my best friend. I just fucked up real bad.
It's one of those things. It's like I'm one of those people. I can get over something over a night, unless it's like really bad. So it's like, nah, that event, I wasn't horribly angry. It's like, to be honest, after the first day, I was pretty much over, and I just wanted to put it behind me. The second day, it was kind of like, okay, now I don't know how to like bring up more conversations with this person.
So,
like,
did you feel like I don't want to talk to you because I think you might still be angry?
yeah,
Because I did.
Because I had that sense of like, I don't know how to start a conversation with this. Like after an event like that, it was very hard for me to just be like back to normal conversation. It wasn't because I was angry. It was because it would have been super awkward to just be like, hey, by the way, did you see what was on last night?
No, the whole situation was awkward. It's hard to just be super pissed at someone for a moment and want to fucking kill them, and then the next day you're just like, oh hey, what was on TV last night?
Exactly. It was so weird. And the thing is, Tyshawn, after after I had got up and left, Tyshawn got up and was like, man, you're not angry at me though, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, no, man, I'm not angry at you, man. I'm not angry at anyone right now. No, I'm not angry. No, I just need some time. He's like, nah, man, because I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not really against either of you. I'm like, nah, man, you're cool. You're cool. To be honest, it's like Tyshawn didn't even come up in the conversation. To be honest, I don't even know how
Tyshawn wasn't really a part of that whole thing.
To be honest, I don't even know how our friends had reacted at all. All I know is that it was very awkwardly silent, like, for the rest of that eating until I left, and then I don't know how our friends reacted at all.
I mean, the only thing I remember is that Story was like, holy shit, Josh, I've never seen you so fucking mad before.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I remember.
I like being a happy person. But the thing is, sometimes people, like, take advantage of it, and I guess part of me is, like, the pent up inside of me is, like, used to people taking advantage of it. And although I know that's not what you were doing, that little kid inside me saying, this is just another person taking advantage of how nice I am. This is ridiculous. And, like, it just caused me to lash out.
I was really pissed at you in that moment.
Exactly. It's just one of those things, it's so weird how your past experiences can affect the decisions you make in the future.
Oh, I know.
Like, as a kid, I remember I was always super nice because my mom was telling me, you don't have to fight anyone. The only time you fight someone is when they attack you. And it's like, I've just gone through that with my mind, just being like, I don't have to fight someone. I don't have to be naturally just angry. I don't have to be. Unless someone is threatening my life, I don't have to be angry. But the thing is, in elementary school, people take advantage of that, and they say, oh, this guy's a pushover. We can just pick on him all the time.
Yeah.
And as a kid, me just thinking, man, I don't want any troubles, all that stuff. I guess it kind of just, like, builds up inside you, and just, you know, you kind of just like, this is just another person.
Yeah.
You know? It's just how it is. It's weird, though. It's so weird. But it wasn't even, like, a matter of I was angry at someone, because it was like, I don't know. I feel like my anger at you had subsided by the time that school day ended. By the day that school day ended, it was like already starting to go by saying I wasn't even angry at you that much.
I was only mad for like 10 minutes.
It was mostly the anger of the situation that had happened.
I was mostly sad after it happened.
Yeah, it was really something. It didn't really have to happen. It was just that moment of just like, you know.
It's also weird. Something you always did too. No matter how much it bugged me, you kept talking about it.
Yeah,
and you just chose to talk about the wrong thing.